Welcome to Cook County. We're here at Smith & Wesson HQ just outside of Knoxville, Tennessee. I'm gonna show you the 2024 product lineup of the new firearms that Smith & Wesson is releasing for this year. Check back in at the range. All right guys, we're at the range. We've got Andrew. I'll let you introduce yourself to everybody.
Hi everyone, Andrew Gall. I'm the handgun product manager for Smith & Wesson.
And today we've got some special revolvers that are releasing for 2024 in conjunction with Lipsey's.
That's right.
They took everybody's favorite J-frame and made it even better. So if you could walk us through what these guns are, what calibers they are, and what you guys did differently from the standard J-frame that people will find on the shelf.
So the first thing you'll see is the sights. So if you have a standard J-frame, the stereotypical one, the sights are pretty rudimentary. They're functional for what they are, but if you're really wanting to get accurate shots longer range, you really need a better set of sights, and that's what we've done here. So
I can see it's dovetailed out for this rear sight, and you have this nice solid etched U-notch sight in the back.
Yeah, absolutely. And the front sight's a XS sight, tritium, and it's going to be green lume on there, so easy to pick it up, rapid acquisition.
Yep. And so given that it's a dovetail and it looks like a pinned front sight, one, it'd give people the opportunity to change them if they wanted a different zero distance, but you guys optimized these out of factory. I think you said for a 15-yard zero?
15 yards, exactly. 15 yard zero, regulated with all the common defensive ammunition. So sort of 115 grains through to about 135 grain defensive. That's on the 38. And then on the 32s, it's running from sort of the 85 to 115-ish, depending on some oddball stuff with the 32. But
sure. Yep.
The main defensive stuff that people actually buy the guns for.
Yeah, and just knowing that Smith & Wesson actually went out and tested the zero to figure out the right height sights, I commend you for that. That is awesome. There's other companies out there that will just throw something on the gun, call it a day, they say, yeah, it's 25, and then we go out and shoot and it might not be 25, but we've been shooting it, we've been able to hit all the targets with the ammo that they've had here today. And I've got to say, I've heard of 32 H&R, I've never shot it before, and it is delightful in the hand. So 32 H&R, it's a smaller cartridge than the 38, and the 32 H&R J-frame will hold 6 shots instead of 5.
That's it.
In the 38. But the recoil mitigation is insane comparatively, because you're getting, like you said, like an 85 to 110 grain projectile, but it's so controllable. And
that's the big thing, is a lot of people out there like the simplicity of the revolver.
Yep.
Light up the cylinder, close the cylinder up, and you're ready to go. But the recoil on the 38 really is significant. So that is a big deterrent for a lot of people, a lot of novice shooters.
Yeah.
So the 32 bridges that gap. It's, as you said, way more controllable. Yeah. Extra round. So for a lot of people out there, that's going to be a better option for defense.
Yeah, I like it. I never even really thought about it before. I actually like how this one looks too, with the silver barrel, silver sights, black frame.
We will say that is the prototype gun. So.
Okay, it might not look like this, but you can always spray paint it, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's
but you only shoot as good as you look, so you want to make sure your gun looks good. But even just comparing the different types of ammo, that defensive ammo, you can see there's a huge flame coming out of the gun. The revolver was actually moving in my hand just ever so slightly. But with a 32, I was locking on that grip and we were nailing that steel every single shot, time and time again. And shot placement is the most important thing when you're talking in a defensive situation. So if I could have one extra shot, I can control it better, place it better. Looking at the ballistic text, the 32 H&R, like 16 inches of penetration on a gel.
Yeah, there are some of the rounds out there that'll do that, exactly.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's just like our 9mm that we normally carry in our semi-automatic guns, or some of the 38s. So why not have less recoil, more rounds, and be able to place the rounds where you need them to on target?
Absolutely. And the recoil control, that's, you could probably, I mean, you said it to me with the grip.
Yes.
So it's redesigned grip. It's a new grip that we've done with VZ grips, and it's exclusive on this particular one into Lipsey's. And so a lot of design went into expanding the back here and the back strap, so you can actually get a higher hold, better grip on there. And also with the recoil impulse, it does help spread that recoil impulse around your hand, so it's not as snappy.
Yep. If you get more meat on the gun, you're gonna have a better time shooting it. So with redesigning that grip, I can get these big meaty claws around that entire grip, so it's absorbing the recoil. The other thing is the trigger. This doesn't feel like your normal J-frame. So what kind of magic did you do on the inside of this?
So part of the ultimate carry, what we did is we went back and we said, what do we want to do with the J-frames that we haven't done in the past, that they've sort of been sitting in the background, the skunk work, so to speak, of the Smith & Wesson engineering department. And the engineers, there was a lot of upgrades they wanted to do. So all of those internal upgrades they've been wanting to do for 10 or 15 years, they're all in this.
Yep.
So you'll see on the pins that we took out of the scandium frame, they're now in the aluminum frame.
And those are titanium pins compared to aluminum, right?
Yes. Smith & Wesson, when we were designing the Ultimate Carry, Lipsey's had Jason Klossner, he had a lot of lists of, hey, well, this is what he wanted to achieve. But we used this as an opportunity also to incorporate a lot of mechanical upgrades in the aluminum frame J-frames that we haven't done in the past. So things that we learned in the scandium frame J-frames, such as titanium pins, we incorporated that now into this Ultimate Carry version. So we call it the endurance package, because if you're going to do a lot of extensive shooting, this now will go the distance. Where the standard aluminum J-frames, they're designed for those people who are just wanting a price point revolver, defensive revolver. They're not going to shoot a lot, and it's perfect for that.
Sure.
But for those people who actually want to shoot a lot of rounds through their revolver, this is why we have the endurance
Absolutely.
package.
And if you guys are actually carrying this, I would recommend putting enough rounds where you feel comfortable with it. And that means taking it out regularly and shooting, and not just loading a cylinder, dumping it, loading it up again, then sitting it in your nightstand or your safe or your purse or wherever it's sitting. You need to go out and shoot, you need to go up and practice. So this gun is built to do just that.
Yeah, we also, as you said, we did change the springs internally, so it is a better trigger pull than our standard J-frames. Yeah, it really is a significant upgrade over the standard J-frames we've done in the past.
Sure. So if you had to choose between the 38 Special or the 32, which one are you choosing?
32.
I agree. 32, it's the ticket. It's amazing. The improvement that you get in the grip for such a small gun is worth every single penny. And every single grain and every extra round that you get in this gun. Overall, I just liked how this felt and shot better. 38's not bad, 38's super available. It's very common. You probably have some 38 Special at home or other revolvers in that same caliber. So if you don't want to go down a rabbit hole of a new caliber and stacking and stockpiling, 38's a great one, but I always like what's new on the market and exploring, and I'm a gear junkie. So I walk all the odds and ends, and I think 32 fills a niche that is probably going to be my first J-frame. I don't own one yet.
That is the one to get.
I think this is it. So the 642 UC, this will probably be my first J-frame that I owned as Hunter Constantine, which is awesome. So there's many J-frames out there, but they're not all treated the same, and Lipsey's and Smith & Wesson just knocked it out of the park with the Ultra Carry. So let's cut back to some more shooting.
Sounds good.
So we've got some defensive ammo in here, and we're gonna see how well we can control this little revolver. Wow. That's got some kick. I would not want to be on the other end of this gun when you're throwing that much firepower downrange. I had to work extra hard to keep my hand on that gun, but this redesigned grip allowed me to get that right pressure on there to try to keep that gun as flat as possible. But I think last time I shot a revolver was like 6 years ago. So going from not shooting a revolver to getting back to this, it still felt natural even with the plus P ammo.
Nice. So you have 5 rounds in that.
Yes.
You got all 5 on target.
Yes.
I have 6 rounds, and I missed one.
5 and 5, baby.
So who would, if that was an actual person, who would win? The 32 H&R or the 38 Special?
Yes. Shooter ready. Stand by. Beep. Power.
I can, you can 100% feel the power in this compared to
the
that
32 is where it's at.
Yeah.
Great form. Where'd you learn how to shoot?
Fudd Academy.
So you actually want the gun higher than your head?
That Rick Grimes style?
Yeah.
Coral!